Up, Mel Peters along with Jason Jackson, and their weight class is coming up. 171, four outstanding wrestlers. As expected, Zach Garbrandt, ranked #1, was pinned in the first period by Derek Kronoppel of Riverview, and his cohort from Coshocton expectedly. Seth Nolan was only one loss, 37-1. Coming into today, lost a decision to Keith Johnson of Dover, so the matchup in the championship's not going to occur, but it's going to match up in the consolation for third and fourth. So four outstanding young men here, and it only gets tougher next week as the sectional arises, and 171 seems to be a bare weight class through the sectional district to the state.
Well, coming into this tournament, Zach Garbrandt and Seth Nolan combined lost 2 matches. By the end of this tournament combined, they'll lose 3 today. So it's been a topsy-turvy weight class here at 171 pounds. In the championship match, as you mentioned, Derek Kronoppel from Riverview, 27-7, against Keith Johnson of Dover, 25-12. And in your third place match, Seth Nolan of Coshocton, 37-2, takes on Zach Garbrandt of Claymont, 15-2. We are getting ready to start here at 171 pounds, and there we go.
1 minute match on the far side of consolation with Garbrandt. It's a 1-2-2. The championship, of course, is 2-2-2 as Dover Tornadoes Johnson battled against Kronoppel of Riverview. Both here very strong. There's a that could have gone both ways, and now Johnson trying to finish it off with a double, and Kronoppel. Wow, you can see 2 bears struggling out here as that could have gone. They're just manhandling one another from one side to the other. At the far end, as far as the Mustangs are concerned, Nolan, both wrestlers have 2 losses on the year. Expected to be in the finals, but they're wrestling for third and fourth.
That was one of the better scrambles you'll see today, as both wrestlers in the championship match just about came up with 2 and potentially had the other wrestler on their back and just kept working and came out of it.
Nice single leg in there by Riverview's Kronoppel, but fought off near the out of bounds.
Minute 10 seconds left to go here in the first period. No score.
No score at the far end for third and fourth, with Claymont's Garbrandt going against Nolan of Coshocton. Johnson of Dover has really maybe the guy that's set a good pace here, as he defeated Nolan in the semifinals, but as well, Kronoppel pinned Garbrandt of the Mustangs in the first period.
On the far mat, Zach Garbrandt starts the second period on top, has a cradle locked and loses it. Still working with Seth Nolan with 1:45 to go in the second period.
Johnson's Tornadoes trying to crank on the head and arm of Kronoppel.
No score here as Johnson's behind but hasn't finished the takedown, and they're going to go out of bounds. He sticks Kronoppel stuck his toes, but I think they're going to call him out of bounds.
No points is on the line. There's a case where the mat judge gave his view of what happened, and they got together and made the call.
Less than 15 seconds to go here in the second period, or in the first period.
Kronoppel trying to shoot in under Johnson. That'll be it for the first period. No score at either end in the first period.
In the second period on mat 2.
Garbrandt trying to throw a cradle, but now he's going to a guillotine, or that's a stalemate. Coming out from the bottom, Kronoppel takes a 1-0 lead.
Derek Kronoppel of Riverview, just 10 seconds in, had picked up an escape. He now leads 1-0 over Keith Johnson. On the far mat, Zach Garbrandt riding out Seth Nolan through the first minute of the second period.
Kronoppel trying to throw a shot. There he comes up with 2 big points. Kronoppel, 2 big points over Johnson from Dover Tornadoes. Trying to work that arm behind the back, trying maybe to come into, oh boy, he gets the backside half. Out of bounds they go. He's trying to work for that pin situation right off the get-go. So he knows what he has to do. Garbrandt doing an excellent job down there riding with 45 seconds to go over Nolan of Coshocton, and that's got to be a tough job to do.
Garbrandt doing a good job of continuing to work while he's on top so as not to get called for stalling.
Boy, Johnson almost had that sit out. He sat out, switched, and then he almost got caught on his back at the same time, but scrambled to stay off his back.
Crown Apple really controlling this match from the top position. He's now looking for a barbed wire.
3-0 in the favor of Crown Apple. Right there's a cradle situation, but not going to happen. Garbrandt down at the other end, picks up Nolan, puts him down on the mat with 30 seconds to go.
Garbrandt trying to run a cradle. He's just about got it locked as they go out of bounds.
Out of bounds, stalling call called against Riverview's Crown Apple, and fans are hostile towards that stalling call. They don't like that a bit. There's some real animosity here in the fans.
40 seconds left in the second period. Johnson in on a switch.
Johnson, nice job on a switch. All he has to do is finish it. Does so, half Nelson. Johnson's got him on his back. Johnson made a big move. Oh my goodness. Crown Apple turned him over. Crown Apple's got him pinned. Wow, there it is. Boy, oh boy, it looked like Johnson had him and he just flopped him over from the pin situation to another pin situation. That was a show of power and strength on that mat.
We're going to take you now to the third place match between Seth Nolan and Zach Garbrandt. Zach Garbrandt just finished riding out Seth Nolan for the entire 2 minutes of the second period. No
score as Zach Garbrandt's down defensive position, Nolan in the up offensive position. Garbrandt clears the arm. However, now he goes to hand control. He's out. Nice hand control by Zach Garbrandt of the Mustangs as he comes out with a 1-point escape and a 1-point lead over Seth Nolan of Coshocton.
So Zach Garbrandt, who successfully held Seth Nolan down for 2 minutes in the second period with a variety of moves, never got hit for stalling.
Took a heck of a job just to ride him out for 2 minutes, but he did it. And it didn't take him very long to come up with the 1-point escape. And right now, Nolan trying to get in under on Garbrandt.
This match going just like a lot of people thought it would. A very close, tightly contested match, but as you said before, they thought this would be for the championship, not for third place laurels.
And as I mentioned earlier, this match is really for nothing. The marbles go in the bag next week and the next week and the next week. So this is a practice match, basically. I mean, third place, yeah, in the ECOL, but what does it count for? Nothing other than a record. Next week, it counts. Next week, the top 4 go to district, and that's when the real production has to take place.
And these two wrestlers won't see each other again. Or no, they will see each other again at districts. They will not see each other next week, but they'll see each other at the district tournament in Heath.
What do you mean they won't see them?
They're not. I don't think they're in our sectional, are they?
Oh, there's a tie.
Seth Nolan comes up with a big takedown 35 seconds ago to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're probably right. They go to Meadowbrook probably.
Yeah, I think they go to Meadowbrook. Claymont goes to Buckeye Local.
Right.
But they'll see each other at the Heath District here in 2 weeks from today.
Yes, they will. If they make it there, you never know what's going to happen. Garbrandt right now in a little bit of trouble as he lost a reversal.
He got taken down here. There's 20 seconds to go. Zach
Garbrandt's got 20 seconds to get a reversal. He's trailing 2-1. Zach Garbrandt could lose. However, he comes up out. He's going to get 2 with 5 seconds to go. Zach Garbrandt, a gigantic reversal as you hear the Mustang crowd's approval of the reversal with less than 7 to go. 3-2 win. 2 outstanding young men on the far end performing.
We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Nichols Market and Pharmacy.
Looking for double coupons? You'll find them every day. Need a special cut of meat or something special from the deli? Just ask. How about full-service carryout? They've got it. Want to cash your payroll check, need a money order, or just need extra cash? Try the ATM machine. Need a prescription filled? Let any of the friendly pharmacists help you. Service is where we hang our hat at Mako's Market and Pharmacy in downtown Uricksville. Stop by and let us serve you.
Sutton Supply is a full-service oil field supply company serving the area for 25 years. Kyle Williams and staff specialize in downhole pumps, steam cleaning, welding, fabricating, and all types of oil field services are available. Call Kyle and the oil field professionals at 330-364-5811. Sutton Supply will serve all of your gas and oil needs.
We're back here at Dover where the ECOL Championship takes place. 189, Lionel Woods trying to waste little time trying to get into that bear hug situation in the championship at 189, but he loses two as he's matched up against.
For so many, our pets are a part of the family. Now here is your chance to immortalize that special family member with a hand-painted portrait by artist.
Oh, I don't believe wrestled earlier in the year because of whatever. We don't really want to get into it, but didn't wrestle in the matchup against the duel against the Mustangs when they won. There's a throw situation, and Woodsy, you live and die by that. You're going to die by it more than you are live by it. As Lionel Woods thought that he was, oh boy, there's kind of just a roll. Woods jumps into the half Nelson. He's trying to put him away. Woods, he's got him in a bad way right now. Reverse half now. Needs to get out at a 90 or else get the legs and double. There it is. Lionel Woods, senior of the Mustangs, takes little time against Cooper Hill, the Quakers, at 189. Will take this time out and be right back.
Located at both 201 North Main Street in Uricksville and 139 East Main Street in Newcomerstown, Conley, Hooger & Jackson has been the Twin Cities' preeminent law firm for over
15 pounds for the championship. David Rice of Riverview matched up against John Phillips of New Philadelphia. On the far end, Cambridge. Caleb Gunn matched up against Travis Davis of the Claymont Mustangs at 215 pounds. It's a 1-2-2 at the far end, and it's 2-2-2 here on the number one mat for the championship.
These Gunn and Davis met in the first round of this tournament, with Gunn picking up a 7-6 decision and moving on to the semifinals, where he was beaten by John Phillips of New Philadelphia.
Nice job at the far end by young Davis for the Mustangs as he comes up with a takedown. He lost a tough match in the semifinals to get knocked out of that championship. Here, Riverview taking on the New Philadelphia Quakers. Phillips, no score. Both big, nice, thick, physical-looking young men.
Coming into this match, David Rice from Riverview hadn't even been on the mat a minute, picking up a pin in 23 seconds and a pin in 27 seconds in his two matches. So he's been pretty dominant at this weight class.
Phillips record 17-6 coming into this match, and Rice at 36-6 as he picked up 2 wins to get into this championship at 215.
No score here. About a minute to go in the first period.
Both these young men, nice, tall, rangy guys, and you can look for a possible throw out of them. Head and arm, anything upper body, as they're both tall, almost matched in height, but very muscular and physical looking young men. As you can see, both are trying to gain control of one another's head. Pummeled inside, pummeled outside, and trying to get down underneath a little bit. Phillips.
On the far mat, there's now a minute 15 seconds left to go in the second period, and Caleb Gunn has just picked up a takedown to lead 3-2 over Claymont's Travis Davis.
Second period finds Riverview's Rice down on the bottom, defense. On top we have Phillips of New Philadelphia coming up. Nice job of coming up. And hand control coming out of there is Rice of Riverview as he exploded off of that bottom. Did a good job of hand control. Hip heist getting out of there.
In the Far mat now. Travis Davis leads 4-3 as he gave up an escape and a takedown. Caleb Gunn locked hands to give up a technical point and an escape to Travis Davis. 4-3, 50 seconds to go on the far mat. 1-0 here on the front mat for the championship at 215 pounds. David Rice currently leading John Phillips.
Trying to work snap down there. Rice trying to control the head of Phillips of the Quakers. I tell you what, is a stalling call going to come here if Phillips keeps backing away from Rice. Rice a little bit maybe thicker upper body than what we have in Phillips. Davis gets a takedown at the far end to take a 6-3 lead. Goes to the cradle to come up with back points. Oh, there's an attempt by Phillips for a head and arm, and he just slipped off. Rice jumps right on top of him for a 2-point takedown, and Rice takes a 3-0 lead. As that was really unnecessary of Phillips. It's not late in the match. It was kind of those are kind of with 10 seconds to go deals that you want to attempt if you want to try and come up with a late 2-2, but that really wasn't necessary. He might put himself in jeopardy. Nice move by Phillips of coming off of the bottom, trying to come up, and somebody's going to hit the deck here as Phillips is trying to overpower Rice, but Rice right now hanging on. He's got a Western, well, he had a Western ride. Rice needs to sit through right here. Both of them, either one could sit through and come in behind, but we're going to see who has the most power right here. 1 point. There's another attempt by Phillips unnecessarily. He just lost, I don't know where he lost points. Yeah, because they give one. Okay, yeah, 5-1. Yeah, well, I didn't see him give the one. And out of bounds they go, and I think that's the end of the period.
On the far mat, Mel, Travis Davis has hit the cradle now a couple of times here in this third period. Currently leads 8-3 and just picked up 3 more back points for an 11-3 lead.
He's in a good position right there. Phillips trying that head and arm again, but Riverview 1 point for 2 points. Phillips trying to go for that desperation head and arm, and he's lost like 3 takedowns on it, or 2 anyhow.
He's just hoping to hit one. And I think that was off of a restart, so it shouldn't be 2 points.
No. If he catches him, you can look for a roll through by his opponent, Rice. Phillips tries to come up. Good job by tight waist and controlling the arm in there by Riverview's David Rice.
It is 7-1. And Rice now working a half.
I'll tell you, Rice got the backside wrist and a half. He's in a position here to turn him. He needs to jerk him around front. Now he's got a chin. If he can chin him back, he can come up with points. Tell you what, you got 2 strong individuals right here. 2 powerful young men. 1 point out of bounds, restart neutral position.
1 minute, 10 seconds to go here in the third period. David Rice leads John Phillips 7-2.
Last match of the night coming up here at 275 and just a short. Good match right here as we got 2 strong young men. I wouldn't want them to grab a hold of me. There's another attempted head and arm by Phillips, but that wasn't quite as bad. And, you got 2 physical men here, and it could go either way. And there's another attempt. That's about the 4th one, but if you're going to go for it, you got to get it. And you have to get the arm, and if you don't get the arm, you can't lock the hand around the head. That's illegal. So his attempt there was not good enough.
That's 4 attempts, you said, Mel, and 8 points he's given up because of that.
Yeah.
9-2.
There's a half Nelson. I tell you what, Rice has a good, he needs to jerk him to his left. That's what he needs to do right there. Get him stretched out, but he didn't do it. Locking hands goes against Rice, and that'll be 9-3. No big deal. Seconds remaining here at 215 pounds, where Riverview's David Rice is going to be crowned the champion, most likely.
14 seconds left, so unless something drastic happens here, Riverview's looking at another champion here. They've had a good day. The champions, at least this will be, I believe, their third.
Good effort by John Phillips of the New Philadelphia Quakers. There's that half and backside wrist, and he jerked him around to his left where he can stretch him out. Good job by the young man from Riverview. David Rice will take this timeout and be right back. The final match of the night, and we got a matchup here as Mustangs have Josh Jackson. He's ranked #1 in the state. He's going against Zach Wojciechowski, and if any of you are from the area, Wojciechowski rings a bell. And you know, he rang my bell about 32 years ago. We met, and we go back a long way. And this is his young son here. He's at Cambridge, and I was talking to Wojo, as most of you know him by, and he's a great guy and been in football wrestling for many, many years. And like I said, 32 or 33 years ago we met, and I've never forgot him since. We've seen one another quite often. On the far mat, Zach Lyons of Dover, J.J. Tamron of Coshocton battling for that third spot. Wojciechowski only a junior, Jackson a senior here, and a good one. And Wojciechowski, a nice looking young man, very thick. Of course, his dad's a little thick too. Not in the head though, I'm just saying body.
I think Wojciechowski was just hit with a stall warning there, Mel's. He's backed out about 3 times already here.
Oh, nice shucking there by Wojo, and Jackson kept scrambling to stay out of trouble.
Jackson, generally an undersized heavyweight, actually has both a height and size advantage over Wojciechowski.
Yeah. Wojciechowski, very strong. He got tree trunks for legs. He gets them honest though. Out of bounds. Back to the center for a restart. Josh Jackson got a little surprise there last week. Got decked as he got caught and surprised. Right now he's into a bear hugging match with Wojciechowski, and here's a head and arm deal that Jackson's trying to finish. He's got he got a 2 out of it. He had a very good lock. See, there was the difference between Phillips and Jackson right here. Phillips didn't have the arm to lock into. He was trying just for the head. Jackson had the head and arm, and he could squeeze on it and get control, and that's how he got Wojo down to the mat to get the 2. Both wrestlers here very bullish, very big, thick, heavy wrestlers.
Josh Jackson, as you said, a senior, 2-time district or state alternate, has been in just bears for districts the last couple of years.
That's it for the first period, and he has had some tough weight classes. Heavyweight don't seem to be quite as tough this year, but they can rank you any place. It's a matter of going out and performing, getting the job done. You know, because he's ranked #1 doesn't even mean he'll be a placer. But
no.
I think maybe he got a bell rung when he got decked here a week or 2 ago, and found out that he was real life, and he had to really be prepared out there. He's very quick for a big man. Does a good job. There's a nice job of hand control, hip heist, of getting up off the mat. And for a big man, quickness is maybe the big thing as far as success is concerned. You got to have some strength along with it, but that quickness can really be a big benefit.
Yeah, Josh generally weighs on the 240 to 250 range, so he's given up some pounds over some of these bigger guys. But you're not going to see too many heavyweights out quick Josh Jackson.
Wojciechowski tried to jump in there on a single, and Jackson kept moving. Jackson has a little brother coming that could be another Mustang down the road, and he's going to be a simulated Josh Jackson. Driving him out of bounds. Josh in your face. Josh does a good job of pressuring, and that's the key. Pressure that guy the entire time. When he gets out of bounds, you pressure him. He's
got a great motor and a great gas tank for a heavyweight. You see a lot of these guys tire out in the 3rd period, but not Josh. He is 6 minutes of pushing and going at it.
If you watch the good wrestlers, they're in your face. They're in your face the whole time. They drive you out of bounds, they're in your face. They're in your face on the mat. Now, that is, keep pressure on your opponent. And don't let him get comfortable out there. Be the aggressor. And Jackson does a pretty good job of that at heavyweight, considering some of the guys he goes against is size difference. 3-1, Josh Jackson ahead of Zach Wojciechowski of Cambridge here in the championship at heavyweight. Final match of the night. New Philadelphia Quakers going to be crowned the champions here in the ECOL of 2008-9. They've had a good year and a good tournament here, and that's when this is the time you want to put it all together, and they've done that.
Less than 15 seconds to go here in the second period.
Shuck in there by Wojo, blocked off by Jackson.
3-1, Josh Jackson. It looks like he's going to take a lead into the third period. It'll be Wojciechowski's choice. He's going to take the bottom position.
Jackson has been instructed by Coach Token and Coach Chet Peters, two of the other coaches for the Mustangs, to go neutral. They have that option this year. Instead of going the up-down position, they can go neutral and give the guy a point right off the get-go, and that's what he done, and that should have made it 3-2.
Josh and the Claymont coaches obviously feel that Zach can't take him down, so they want to try to keep going from the feet.
As you can see, Josh Jackson is really driving into him, keeping pressure on him. He's got a stalling warning already, and very well, with a lot of pressure against him, could maybe get a point out of it.
Josh Jackson.
Underhooking there by Jackson. There he could come around behind there. A little bit of quickness there might have got him 2-point takedown.
A lot of pushing here between the two wrestlers.
Most of the pushing has been by Jackson there. Now he's in under the arm. They try and pummel in. The big guys try and pummel in under. You're going to see in the next 20, 30 seconds 1 point awarded to Jackson if he keeps in his face like he has. There's a spin around, 2 points right there. Anytime you're behind the guy and he puts his hands on the mat, that's 2.
Should make it 5-3.
That's exactly what Wojciechowski did, and Jackson kicked him right back out to make the score 5-3. Jackson feels comfortable on his feet.
40 seconds to go, and Josh Jackson, who I believe this will make him a 3-time ECOL champion, Mel. One of the few that you've seen. I mean, this is a tough league, as we saw today. It's easy to get upset. And Josh Jackson, I believe, going for his 3rd ECOL title.
Josh working in your face right there, driving.
Under 15 seconds
remaining.
to go.
Snap down by Jackson. There's a snap down, spin around, 2 points. See how the quickness of the big boy is shown right there. 7-3. Josh Jackson, the winner of the Claymont Mustangs. Zach Wojciechowski, runner-up, and a nice effort. He's only a junior. He'll be back next year for a shot at the championship of the ECOL. We'll take this timeout and be right back.
Where the East Central Ohio Wrestling League or Wrestling Tournament for 2009 is just wrapped up. Your team title is going to go